All right, so the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and take your pencil and let's see here. I would say you're going to want to make an oval probably the size of your hand, something about like right here, okay? So just kind of keep that in mind. So I'm just gonna go about, I'm gonna dot it off. So we're gonna plot. So one of the things I like to do is I kind of like to make little dots to see where I wanna go. So it looks like I'm going about 4 fingers on this side and another 4 fingers on that side. So that's how wide her face is gonna be. In regards to here, it's probably like a whole hand's worth. I'm just gonna kind of make a little line there and probably right here. So this way, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna lightly sketch. So go ahead and take a look, guys. I'm gonna lightly sketch. And by the way, I just realized, so when I go and I teach at different classrooms, I realize that when I do the hand technique, I realize that not everyone's hand is my size. So you're gonna have to gauge your negative space. So negative space is the space around that object. Okay, so kind of gauge where the negative space is. So I'm gonna do this, okay? So here's a secret. You see this? This is her chin, okay? So normally what I like to do is I kind of make sure where the chin is so that way it'll change the direction of the shape. So go ahead and do that oval for me. If you think about an egg that's kind of twisted, okay? So from here, I'm also going to draw the direction of where her face is going. She's doing a 3/4 view. So I'm gonna go around, I'm gonna do this contour line that kind of comes across this way. Cool. And then from there, I'm gonna go kind of like halfway. I'm just gonna do this kind of like curve because she's kind of looking up, okay? And then halfway from here to here, I'm just gonna draw a nose line. And then now, to be 100% honest with you guys, here's your goal. This is your goal for making a face. My goal for you today for this drawing is not to make it look like Gustav Klimt's, but my goal for you today is just to make it look like a face. So if it doesn't look exactly like Gustav Klimt's, guess what? That's okay. All right, so we've got this curve coming across this way. We've got our 3 lines. Can you guys do me a giant favor? Make sure that you're doing this very, very lightly, okay? I'm drawing a little bit harder so you could see. So from here, we're gonna draw the body. So if you guys notice where the chin line is, I want you to go back just a little bit. And I want you to curve. And then here, where the nose line would end, I just want you to curve this way. Because here, this is where we're going to draw. I think I'm gonna draw, this is gonna be where her, I guess the collar of her shirt or robe. I mean, it's very possible she was just wearing a robe. I'm gonna wiggle this way. Here, I'm gonna curve down, and I'm gonna wiggle down this way. So this is just the shape of her body. Cool, probably not the shape of her body, but the shape of her clothes. All right, so this is, if I'm gonna take a quick pause just for you to be able to see the drawing. So if you guys are doing this at home and I'm going a little bit too fast, go ahead and pause the video. If you're doing this in a classroom, make sure you guys look up, raise your hand if you need any help. But again, it's not meant to look exactly like mine. Mine is not meant to look like exactly like Gustav Klimt's. It's just for us to be able to study and get inspired by his work. All right, now from here, we're going to draw her hair. So her hair is gonna be in like this kind of oval shape. I know it's gonna look kind of funny, but I'm pretty sure this was the style of that era and that decade. Cool. And then from here, we're gonna just kind of do her hairline. It's gonna come across here. Ooh, did you guys see what I did there? So I went curvy, wiggly, all the way across. Do you see where the eye line is? That's where I started to curve down, and the ear is going to connect from the eye line to the nose line. And then this is where I could technically connect her chin. I mean, her jaw. Sorry, this is her chin. This is her jaw. All right. Now, artists, if you guys are done with that stage, you guys are going to go ahead and erase your pencil lines. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of warning right now. Okay, artists? My table is going to shake. I'm going to use these oil pastels, just like you're going to use these oil pastels, but we're going to burnish a lot, meaning we're going to press pretty hard. So you're going to see my table shake. Okay, so I'm gonna try not to make it shake, but if it does shake, I'm so sorry. I just press really, really hard. I'm very passionate about my burnishing. So I'm gonna actually kind of move things so it doesn't shake too much. All right, so once we're here, we're gonna go ahead and draw the face. So we're gonna do a 3/4 face. So from here, I'm gonna draw a kind of oval, or not an oval, an arch. And then I'm gonna go right over and I'm gonna do the same thing, but this arch is gonna be a little bit bigger, like that, okay? And notice that the arches are going with the curve that we originally made. And then one of my secrets is if you're doing a face, whatever you do on one side, you automatically want to do on the other. Now, you're wondering, why is this eye smaller than that eye? It's a 3/4 view, so this one is moving away from what's closest to us. So this kind of shrinks a little bit, or a lot, depending on what you got. All right, and then we're going to do a curve for the eye. Excuse me, not a curve, here we go, that's our eye. So again, this one's gonna be a little bit bigger than that one. And it's a little bit of a sleepy looking eye, so you don't see the full circle, because if you saw the full circle, it'll look like she's really, really scared or really, really surprised. Awesome. So from here, we're going to draw her nose. So this is her nose line here. So all we're gonna do, we're gonna make this really simple. I'm gonna just go like this, kind of like a curve and a U shape, okay? Let's make the nose really simple. A lot of times when people are drawing noses, it gets really complicated. There's tons of very complicated ways to draw noses, ladies and gentlemen, but we're gonna simplify it, okay? Cool. So from here, we're also going to draw her mouth. So her mouth was open, but this is up to you. Again, up to you on how you wanna draw it. Okay, so I'm gonna draw the line, depending on where you want her lip to go, right? Maybe thinner. Her line was open this way, like that, okay? All right, so here's what I'm going to do, okay? Because I'm gonna change a little bit of the shape of the face here. So what we're going to do is I'm gonna start doing her eyebrows. Here you go. I'm gonna just kind of do a curve for the eyebrow. And now this eyebrow here is going to kind of connect down to, to her nose. And again, if you don't get it right the first time and you want it, because I realize I don't like the shape of that, I'm going to curve it in a little bit more. Like that. And now I could erase this line because I don't need that line anymore. I'm going to go ahead and straighten the cheek a little bit. Give her a little bit less face, which happens. Okay, I'm gonna curve, I'm gonna also give her a little bit less chin. Whoa, here we go. Coming in. And this is why we ended up coloring or drawing so lightly the first round. Here you go. So Gustav did a lot of sketches before he actually would do a painting. So that's very, very possible that he did several sketches of this young lady. All right, I'm gonna go here. And yeah, this painting is quite infamous because it had gotten stolen, went missing. Cool. And you know what, I realized, I'm gonna give her a tiny bit more forehead. So if this happens to you, which happens to me all the time, I'm gonna give her a little bit more forehead. I'm gonna change the shape of her. I'm gonna give her more forehead space. There you go. So if that happens to you, it's okay. You guys can continue to kind of change, modify the way, I think I want to cover her ear up. Sorry. I swear, guys, I swear. All right, here we go. There she goes. Awesome. So from here, I think this is a really good place for us to start doing our colors, because a lot of this will change when we apply some color to her.